distinguished guests, members on the dais, the man who dragged the Dravidian lion by its tail all the way up to Thiruvarur, Mr. Dinamalar. Chief guest of this function, Mr. Dinamalar ji, Bhishma Pitamaha, Mr. Gurumurthy ji, and fountainhead of our philosophy, Dr. Srinivasan ji, and every one of you, ladies and gentlemen and friends. Thank you. This book is a culmination of 50 years of Subbu Anna's journalistic career. What does this book talk about? This book chronicles the origin of the Dravidian movement, decline and fall of the Congress, ascent and rise of the Dravidian parties. But this is only about 20% of this book. The rest of the book exposes and explains how the Dravidian parties, after coming to power, have offered only lip service to their own stated philosophies and ideologies, how they betrayed the state and the people for some mere pecuniary benefits, and how they subverted all rules and regulations to build an poisonous ecosystem in which only they could survive, and also how they institutionalized corruption in all walks of life. These heavy subjects are not given in a very difficult manner. It is presented in a lucid, simple manner, in the same way the lifestyle of Mr. Subbu Anna. He is simple and his writing is also equally simple. And this book, when he writes this book, he marshals all evidences, and I would even say he goes extra mile to marshal evidences, proofs, like a morning star that goes beyond the utmost bound of human thoughts. And this book is also presented in a very anecdotal manner. It is not heavy. It is very easy, and sometimes it is even comical. I'll tell you one of my favorite. Dr. Kalaignar is due to go abroad for some medical emergency. Family decides to have a puja for their family deity Angala Parameswari in Tirukkuvalai. Kalaignar is a little reluctant, so he decides to have the puja between 4 and 5:30 in the morning, thinking that no one else will come to know of it. He comes out of the temple at 5:30 with a garland in his neck, Sakkare Pongal in his hands, and flowers and Sakkare Pongal in his hands. Unfortunately for him, there's a Dinamalar reporter waiting with a flash and a camera. The comedy of errors that follow looks like a page lifted from Tenali Raman Tales. There is something that moved me. In 1920, Srinivasa Iyengar, the then Advocate General, he resigns his position and joins Congress as a full-time member. He happens to meet Bharati in Kadayam. After a breakfast, they chat, and some local friends of Bharati join the conversation, and one of the local friends says, "Bharati, you are an Aryan, we are Dravidians. When you came in, before you could come in, we were here." Bharati, with a disarming smile and a disarming charm and beaming smile, he says, "Yes, yes, yes. When we came in, you were there. But when you came in, there were Adi Dravidas. When they came in, there were wild animals. So don't spread this news, otherwise wild animals will go to court." See, the message, it is not this anecdote that is important, the message behind the anecdote. Two people with diametrically different opinion can discuss an acrimonious subject with due cordiality and still be friends. That is the message in this anecdote. This book is replete with such anecdotes. There is one anecdote which shocks me. In 1937, Congress sweeps the provincial polls, and Rajaji becomes the Prime Minister of Madras Presidency. When he goes through the accounts, he was shocked to find that the Justice Party ministers were drawing a salary of 5,000 rupees per month. For 17 years they were in power. Do you know the value of 5,000 rupees in 1937? I ran a check on the historical gold prices. In 1937, 1 gram of gold cost only 3 rupees. And they were drawing 5,000 rupees. If you translate it in gold terms, they were drawing 6 crore 67 lakhs rupees in today's money. In today's money for 17 years. I think this should have even shocked the Britishers. So, I can go on and on and on and on. But who should read this book? That's very important. Particularly the younger generation, the millennium kids who wants to know about the post-independence history of Tamil Nadu. This book is for you. If you are a patriotic Indian trying to trounce separatists in a debate, this book is for you. If you are a true Tamilian, desirous of dethroning a Tamil nationalist or Tamil Desiyavadigal, this book is for you. Even if you are a member of the DMK, Congress and Communist, this book is for you because this diffuses all your political arsenals that you have carefully crafted in the last 75 years. So you should read this book before coming to debate next time. Yes. And Subbuji, I don't have to say much about him. But the younger generation may not know his valor and valiance that shook the DMK rule in the mid-70s is something legendary. Age has withered his body, but not his will. Thank you. Time has changed the color of his hair, but not the contents of his character. Accolades and laurels are showered on him, but he remains untouched by the wetness of fame and moisture of pride. His entire life is a celebration in anonymity. Such a man has given you this book. If there is one book that we will all be proud of, see, I read a book for 2 reasons. I read a book if it is useful. Sometimes I read a book to boast about. I read Tirukkural because it is useful. I read Shakespeare because I can boast about it. This book serves both the purposes. You should have this book not only in your reading table, but also in your coffee table. And if there is one book that will be remembered for having changed the history of Tamil Nadu politics in future, it is this, and it is this. Thank you.